What is up, fellow agency owners? Welcome back to another video. In this one, I want to share my Google Ads search campaign setup process that helps me generate about $300,000 of revenue for the clients in my agency every single month through Google Ads alone. So let's just jump straight into it. First of all, what is a search campaign in Google Ads? Well, Google Ads is the platform where you run ads on the different apps offered by Google, like Gmail, like Chrome, like YouTube, all of the apps owned by Google. And a search ad is the ad that pops up first when you search something on Google Chrome. So when you search, you get a list of results, and usually the first 2 or 3 results are paid for, and if you click on them, Google will get paid by the advertiser actually placing the ad. When to use Google search ads is pretty simple. If you are in a niche where people are actually searching for the service or product that you are offering, or that your client is offering who you are running the ads for, and if people are able to interact with that business online, like leaving a lead form, like buying something, like leaving their email, whatever, if they are able to interact with the business, then Google search ads are a good option for you. Here is a graphical representation using my high-tech structuring software. As you can see here, the first and the biggest block is your actual Google Ads account. Under this account, you will be making the different campaigns, the different ad groups, and into those ad groups you will be adding keywords and ads. So the first step is to create a campaign, and you have different campaign types like search, like shopping, like PMax. In this video, we will only be focusing on search because that is the most important campaign type on Google. And under each Google Ads search campaign, you will find different ad groups. So different ad groups are just like folders of different keywords and different ads. So usually you divide it based on topic. We will get back to this a bit later, how you structure it exactly. But the point is, under one ad group, you will have a lot of different keywords and several ads. And every time someone types those keywords and your ad is eligible to show, it will be shown to the people who are searching for that keyword. So there is a direct connection between the keyword and the actual ad being shown. So just remember this, it's super simple. You have your Google Ads account. In there, you have different campaigns. Under each campaign, you have different ad groups, and in each ad group, you have keywords and you have different ads. Welcome to your Google Ads dashboard. Once you log in, it will look something like this. Maybe you are gonna see the old view, which is being phased out right now. If you do, go up to this button, click Appearance, and click Use the New View. I honestly prefer the old view, but Google Ads is phasing it out, so soon you won't really have an option. So just get used to this one, because this is the only view we are gonna have in not so long. So the first step towards setting up a successful Google Ads search campaign is to find the keywords that the campaign will actually, or the ads will actually be ranking for. And to do that, Google Ads has a built-in tool, and I like to use Notion to structure everything on paper before I actually begin setting it up in Google Ads. So let's just jump straight into Notion real quick. My Notion setup looks something like this. In here, I divide the different campaigns, the different ad groups, the different ads, and the keywords into their own bullet points. If you remember, this is exactly how Google Ads structures it inside of the ad account as well. So first of all, we have the different campaign types, and how you divide those campaigns is based on the product or based on the service. If you have different products or if you have different services, make separate campaigns for them. If you have just one product or just one service, make a single campaign. You don't need a lot of campaigns. More campaigns doesn't mean a better setup. Actually, usually it is the opposite. First of all, campaign A with product 1 or service 1. Under here, you have to begin creating ad groups. And again, this depends on what type of service or what type of products you are offering. in those different ad groups, you have to begin dissecting the main product or the main service into different sub-services or different sub-products. If you are, for example, running ads for a car rental service, then you could have different ad groups for the different locations. If you are running ads for an e-commerce store, then you could have different ad groups for different product categories or for different specific products, depending on how many products the store actually has. This one is again a bit up to you how you want to structure it, but let's use an e-commerce pet store as an example of who we are going to be setting the ads up for. So first of all, what I would do is have a campaign for dogs. For example, the biggest category, dog things, whatever it is, dog products, dog toys. And under here, I would have different ad groups for different product categories like dog food, dog treats, dog toys, whatever it is. Begin dividing it this way and create the structure on paper as I have done here so that you know what you are going to be setting up once you actually get into this account. Once you have created the ad group, we have to find the keywords that this ad group will be ranking for and create the actual ads, which I usually like to make 2 of. And just to start off with some testing, test ad 1 versus ad 2 and see which one actually performs the best. So let's start with the keyword research. As I mentioned, Google already has a tool for that. All you have to do is just click on this tools icon on the left and you will automatically be opened to the keyword planner. In here, you click discover new keywords, and here you have to begin typing keywords that you think are relevant, and then Google will begin giving you more relevant keywords. So first of all, choose your language. Let's do English, and choose your location, whatever you are going to be running the ads. I'm from Norway, so Norway is automatically selected, but let's do the United States. Click target, remove Norway. This way we are only targeting the United States, and you can see we have 290 million people who we could potentially reach. Click save, and here we have to begin, as I said, typing in things that we think are relevant. So let's start with dog treats. Let's start dog treats, treats for dogs, goodies for dogs, candy for dogs, stuff like this. In here, you can add a total of 10 keywords. So I usually like to fill it up with all of the relevant keywords that I can imagine. But for the sake of time, let's just click get results with those 4. And here we will see how many searches per month each keyword is getting, and Google will, as I said, recommend other keywords that you can be using. So as we can see, dog treat is getting 1,000 to 10,000 monthly searches. Yes, the range is pretty big, but you still get a pretty good feel of how the keyword is actually performing in Google Ads. So I just begin going through this list and adding the keywords that I think are relevant to my list. So let's start with dog treat. We copy that, go back into Notion under keywords. We paste that in, go into the next line. Then let's do candy for dogs and just begin going through this entire list until you have used up all of the relevant keywords and until the average monthly searches begin dropping to like 100 to 1,000, because at that point, there is just no point in spending more time adding more keywords. You can also filter based on the average monthly searches, so you will get the keywords with the most amount of monthly searches on the top. And as I said, just go through it, begin copying them and paste them into your document. Once you have done this for all of the campaigns and all of the ad groups, you are finally ready to begin setting up the actual campaign. To do that, we go back into Google Ads, click on campaigns. Here on the left, again, click on campaigns and click on this blue plus icon. In here, we click new campaign, wait for it to load and choose which thing we are going to be targeting. In 99.9% of cases, it is either sales or leads. So if you are running ads for an e-commerce store or another business that is trying to sell something online, you are going to do sales. And if you want the business to collect leads of people leaving their information, then you are going to select leads. For this purpose, we are going to be clicking sales because we are running ads for a pet store. So we want people to buy, which are sales. Under here, you have to set up the conversion actions. So as you can see, purchases is already set up. I have an entire video on conversion tracking, which I will link to down in the description. This is just telling Google which clicks actually led to a conversion. So when someone clicks on an ad and actually buys a thing, Google will know that that person actually led to a purchase, which will improve the Google algorithm with time. So it is super important that you set this up before you actually launch the ads. So check out that video. Then click continue. In here, we have to select the campaign type. So let's do search because that is what we are setting up. And here you can see all of the other campaign types that are offered by Google currently. In here, we click website visits because we want to drive people to our website, and let's do petstore.com. Just type in the main website of the store that you are going to be running ads for and click continue. Here we give the campaign a name, so I like to structure it this way, call it search, then do this line, then do the actual product. So let's do dog treats, and then the name of my agency so that I'm able to see which campaigns I actually set up. Then we click continue. In here, we can start with conversions. So this is what Google is going to be focusing on. If you click conversions, it's going to try to get as many purchases as possible. If you click conversion value, it is going to try to make the purchases worth as much as possible. So it's not going to get as many conversions as possible, just get the biggest conversions possible. And the other ones are clicks and impression share, which we don't really want. We want sales. We are going to click conversions. Here you can set a target cost per action with time. When you begin actually running the ads, you will see what type of ROAS you are generating, but that is not relevant for this first step. Click next. In here, always disable search network and display network. And if you keep them enabled, Google Ads will begin showing your ad outside of Google on other search engines, which usually leads to a lot of low quality clicks. So I always recommend disabling this. Under location, you just select the location. So again, let's do the United States. Target, boom. And under location options, you always have to open this one and click presence, not presence or interest. If you keep it at presence or interest, Google will begin showing your ad to people who are interested in the United States, not actually in the United States. So if you are selling a physical product or a service where people have to physically come in and actually be in the country, always change this to presence. Next, choose the languages. I will just keep it at English. Audience segments you can recommend. And this one, broad match keywords, always turn them off. We will get to why a bit later. Then we click next. You can ignore the rest of the settings here. Here we will actually begin creating the ad group. So if we go back to our structure, we can see that we now have created the campaign, and now we will begin creating the ad group A1. So let's call this one dog treats. In here, we will add the keywords that we have found. Just ignore all of these pop-ups by Google. It's not going to give you any good ads if you let it do it automatically. So just click create myself, and in here we will add the keywords that we have found. You should hopefully have a lot more than 3 keywords. 20, 30, 40, 50 keywords is preferred. So just paste them in here. Make sure to remove all spaces between them, just 1 line per word, and you are good to go. Here we will actually begin creating the ad, which is the cool part of Google Ads. Display path, this is just a link that will be shown to people when they search. This is not the actual link that they will be sent to. It is just a display link where you can type basically anything you want. So let's do treats and then dog, so that people know that they are going to a page about treats for dogs. In the headlines, always add the maximum amount of headlines, which is 15. How I like to structure it is to make half the headlines, which is 8, and more oriented on the keywords. So focus on getting the keywords and using the keywords in those headlines. And the last 7, use them to sell the actual product or your stores. Talk about things like how many customers you have, how quick your shipping is, how low your prices are, stuff like that. Just selling the person, not necessarily on the product, but on the experience of buying from you. So first headline, let's do dog treat, let's do high quality dog treats in Oslo, which is the city that I'm. Oh, okay, as you can see, the value is too long. Here you can use a maximum of 30 characters. So let's just do high quality dog treats. Then we have candy for dogs. You can just type it in, pretty simple, candy for dogs, and make sure that you are using title case, which is when you capitalize every single word in your headline. It is proved that using title case actually increases your click-through rate, so it is a neat hack to get a bit better results. Last, let's do flea treatment for dogs, even though it is not actually relevant, but I have added it as a keyword, so let's just use it. And this way you fill up half of the headlines, and in the last headlines you, as I said, talk about why your store is actually the best. So let's do 10,000 plus happy customers, again not forgetting to use title case. And yeah, it's pretty simple. Just go through it, add it up. You will with time begin understanding how it's done. In the beginning you have to kind of guess. There is no way for me to explain what the actual best way of setting up ads is. You just have to go through it and begin understanding what the Google algorithm prefers. I am not even able to articulate exactly how I set them up. You just have a hunch when you write them that they are good when you have set them up enough times. In the descriptions, again, add for descriptions. As you can see, this one is actually 90 characters, not 30. In here, you have to do both selling the product through your unique selling points and stuff like that, and actually using the keywords that you are targeting. So let's do dog treats, shipped quickly, 10,000 plus happy customers. As you can see, 50 of that. Yeah, you get it. You just keep adding different sentences. You can make longer sentences, but don't make it too long. Don't have one sentence being 90 characters because people are just not going to read it. People's attention spans are super short, so keep it short, keep it concise, have fairly short sentences. The second one, let's do flea treatment for dogs. And here you don't use title case because it just makes it difficult to read when you have a lot of text as you have in the description. Again, add for descriptions. Under business names and logos, the client has to go through the Google Ads verification to be able to use this one, but I really recommend that they do, because if they do, you are able to show the logo of the business here where the blue icon is right now, and the name of the store above the link. It's not a big difference, but it makes you usually pay like 4 to 5% less per click. So why not just set it up once and get a tiny bit better results on every single click? Under site links, we have to add links to other parts of the store. So site links will appear under the ad as those extra additional links, making the ad bigger. And just make sure that those are relevant. Don't have site links to pages like About Us or Contact Us. Have other different types of products. So here you could have dog treats, you could have cat treats, you could have dog food, you could have dog toys, other dog related products. Because in case the person searches for dog treats but actually wants dog toys, then they can just click on the site link and get to the correct page. So let's just go in and quickly add a dog toys as well. So the best dog toys, again here, use one of them to actually sell the product and the other one to sell the store. So I'm just gonna type something in right now. This is fine. I'm not gonna spend too much time doing this. You get the point. Click create and then you can save it, and it will begin appearing under your ad sometimes when Google deems it necessary. You cannot tell Google when to use it and when to not use it. This is all up to the Google Ads algorithm. Under callouts, again, just add some callouts. Callouts are those additional text thingies that will appear at the end of your description. So here you can add some USPs. Again, 10,000 plus happy customers, free shipping, and just keep going, etc. Click save, add it to your ad, and again, it will sometimes add them at the end of your description. Under more asset types, if you have any promotions, add them in here. The setup is fairly simple. You can add an occasion. So if it's like New Year's, you can click New Year's. If not, just keep it at none. Choose the currency, choose the type of discount, type in the discount, type in what item the discount is for, and which URL people should be sent to if they actually click on the discount. Under prices, again, we can add the prices. Make sure to add as many of those extensions as you are able to, because it makes the ad bigger, which makes more people click on it. So under prices, same as with the promotions, add the header, add the price, add a description, and add a final URL where people will be sent when they click on this product. Calls, if you have a physical business that people can call, add the phone number. If it's just an e-com store, don't add it because you want people to actually go onto the store and buy stuff. You don't want people calling you, you just want purchases. Under structured snippets, again, add those. Those can be different types of facilities, courses, different product types, different product categories. This is in Norwegian right now, but once you begin setting it up, you will get the gist. So let's say I have different courses. So you can click courses and just add the type of different products you have or different services that you have. And again, they will appear at the end of the description. Under lead forms, if you are running ads for a business that needs leads, you can use those. Again, setup is super simple. Headline, business name, description. Choose which things you want people to fill out in this lead form. And when they click submit, the info will be sent to you so that you can follow up and actually sell your service. Apps, if you are running ads for an app, you can add the app here. But if not, don't bother with it. Under URL options, usually in the beginning, if you are running ads for a fairly small store, they won't have to add anything here. But if the client asks you to add some UTM tags for better tracking, you can add them in here. The client will just send you a string of words or a string of symbols that you added here, and that way they are able to better track where the sales are actually coming from. And if you set up Triple Whale, which you will hear more about in my conversion tracking video, you will also fill in this field, but for now we will leave it empty. Click done. We are done with the first ad. As I said, I recommend setting up 2 of them. So do one that is, for example, more focused on the price and another one that is more focused on the quality. And then with time, you will figure out which sales angle is actually doing the best. Perfect. Let's click next. Here we select the budget. I usually don't recommend a budget any lower than 10 to 15 bucks a month, which is like 150 Norwegian crowns. So let's put it at 150. Click next. Here you will be able to review the ad and actually publish it. So congrats, you have just set up your first campaign. Just make sure that all of these settings are correct. We have 3 keywords, which should be a lot more. You should have 2 ads and the budget is correct. Everything is correct. And then you just click publish and the campaign is live and actually showing to people searching for your keywords. That was it. Now you are ready to set up your first Google Ads search campaign. I hope this video was valuable. If you are an SMMA owner, make sure to join my free school group down in the description. It is a community of other SMMA owners. We are about 80 people in there right now where you can ask questions. Me and the other members will be answering them, and I am hosting weekly Q&A meetings where you can jump on, discuss the problems that you are having, and again, all of the other members are gonna help you out. So you will find the link down in the description. If you have any questions for this video, please make sure to leave them down in the comments and I will get to them as soon as possible. Other than that, have an amazing day and I will see you next Monday.